Today on Capechi's Corner, we are going to take our second day and look at slope-intercept form. Today, we're going to concentrating on writing an equation of the line looking at a graph. Okay, so again, here's my slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b. Remember that m is my slope and b is my y-intercept, where it touches the y-axis. Let's see how we do. Okay, so looking at this first example, right here is my y-intercept, so that's going to be -3. Now, to find the slope, we have these 2 points. We have this one here and we have this one here. And I talked about this in my last video. So we're going to do, when we're doing slope, if I go up, and my numerator is going to be positive. If I go down, my numerator is going to be negative. If I go to the right, my denominator will be positive. If I go to the left, my denominator will be negative. I think it's easier if you're consistent and you always start with the point to the left. So I'm going to start here. To get to that second point, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go up 4, and then I'm here, and then I go to the right 2. Okay, so looking at what I wrote above, up 4 is +4, to the right 2 is +2, which simplifies to +2. So my slope-intercept form is y is equal to 2x minus 3. All right, let's try another one. So right here, my y-intercept is -1. Here's my second point. Again, I'm starting with my point to the left. I'm going to go down 1, 2. So I'm going down 2, and then I'm going to go to the right 2. So down 2 is -2. To the right 2 is +2. So that simplifies to -1. So when I write my equation of the line, I have y is equal to -1x is the same as -x minus 1. And that's in slope-intercept form. Now, one thing I want to show you, just as a reminder, when you're looking at graphs, for instance, this graph in example 1, this one right here, goes bottom left, upper right. That has a positive slope, right? And we can see that that number is positive. In the other direction, starting upper left and going down right, that has a negative slope. Okay, and again, we can see this value here is negative. Okay, let's move on. We've been talking about Vux-Hoy a lot. Remember, Vux is a vertical line that has an undefined slope. And the equation of the line is x equal a number. X is equal to 2 or x is equal to -7, whatever it is. My Hoy is a horizontal line with a 0 slope, and y is equal to a number. Okay, so let's take a look at our line. So our line is right here. That's a horizontal line, right? So we know we're going to go with this, and we're going to have y is equal to a number. So here, our y value there is -4. So we're going to have the equation of the line is going to be y is equal to -4. And that's it. All right, let's look at the next one. Here we have a vertical line. So we know that's a Vux. So again, you got to be careful. You can see these are kind of spread out a little bit. So our x value, right? X is equal to a number is going to be equal to -2. So x is equal to -2. All the points on that line have an x value of -2. Okay, moving on, we're going to practice a couple more. All right, so let's see. We're going to pick 2 points, identify the y-intercept, and pick 2 points of the line to identify the slope, and then we're going to write the equation of the line. So again, my y-intercept is equal to -8. And then I want to get a point that goes through the corner of the box, which looks like this is a pretty good one right here. Okay, so I'm going to start with my point to the left. Now notice also, I'm counting by 2's on my y-axis. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 4, 6. So my slope, I'm going to go up 6. And then on my y-axis, I'm counting by 1's. So now I'm here, and I'm going to go to the right 1, 2. So to the right 2. So that gives me 6/2 or 3. Again, that's a positive slope, right? Bottom left to upper right. So the equation of my line is y is equal to 3x minus 8. All right, let's try another one. Same thing. My y-intercept is equal to 4. In this particular problem, it looks like all my units are by 1. So I just need another point that goes through the corner of the box, which looks like it's that one. So we might have to count a lot here, but that's okay. So I'm going to start with the point to the left. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my slope, I went up 7. And then I went to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right 4. So my slope is 7 over 4. So my equation of the line is y is equal to 7 over 4 x plus 4. Okay, now let's take a look at our word problem. So it says Luke wants to save up enough money for his chores to buy a $100 pair of shoes. The graph below represents the amount of he saves each day, right? So it's talking about each day. Find the equation of the graph and then use the equation to determine the number of weeks. So we got to be careful here. First, we're talking about days, right? Time is always on the x-axis. We want to know the number of weeks it will take him to save $100. So we have money's on my y-axis. Let's see what we have. So it looks like my y-intercept is 2. And here's another point that goes through the line. So my equation of that line is going to be y is equal to, my y-intercept is 2. I'm going up 2 to the right 1. So my slope is up 2 to the right 1, which gives me 2 over 1, which is 2. So I'm going to take my slope, slide it into my equation. So that's the equation I'm going to use. Now I'm not done because it says find the equation and then use it to determine the number of weeks. So first we need to know the number of days first, right? That's our x-axis here. So if we're going to try to figure out how long it takes Luke to save $100, well, the $100, that's my y. So I'm going to substitute in my y for 100, right? That's what the question's asking. And then I have 2x plus 2. And I'm just going to get x by itself. So I get 98 is equal to x. Divide both sides by 2. So x is equal to 49. So it's 49 what? Well, our x-axis says 49 days. But the question is asking for the number of weeks. So we know that's 49 days. So we know that's 49 days. So then we have to think about, again, be careful when we're reading the question. 49 days. There are 7 days in a week. So the answer there is 7 weeks. Okay, so it will take Luke 7 weeks to save $100. Okay, thanks so much for stopping by today. You have a great day.